President Biden now undergoing treatment and in isolation after testing positive for COVID-19. The diagnosis comes just a day after he visited Massachusetts. Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I'm Paula Eben. The White House reports the president has very mild symptoms and in a statement says he has begun taking Paxlovid. Consistent with CDC guidelines, he will isolate at the White House and will continue to carry out all of his duties fully during that time. So we have team coverage for you. Natalie Brand of CBS is live in Washington for us right now. And Natalie, the White House says the president, we've seen his vaccine regime. He's well protected.
That's right, Paula. We know that the president is fully vaccinated and double boosted. According to our records, he received his second booster in late March. We also know that because he's the president of the United States and also has a very robust travel schedule, he is tested regularly. The White House says he tested negative on Tuesday following his trip overseas and then tested positive just this morning, which of course comes on the heels of his trip to Massachusetts. So what we know right now from the White House physician is that the president is experiencing mild symptoms, reporting runny nose, fatigue, occasional dry cough. As you mentioned, he has begun the treatment Paxlovid, which the physician believes will he'll respond favorably to, given what we know about people who are fully vaccinated and particularly double boosted. You also mentioned the president is isolating right now, and the White House notes that he will continue to isolate until he tests negative, which that guidance, that's White House protocol, which goes above and beyond even CDC guidance. Paula, we can also tell you that the First Lady has tested negative at this point. She is keeping her travel schedule for now and put out a tweet saying that she spoke to the president by phone. She says he's feeling fine, experiencing a few mild symptoms. She is expected to travel to Delaware to stay there tonight at their home in Wilmington, which was the original plan, Paula.
And Natalie, a few things. We've been looking at video of the president while we've been speaking. He's had a very busy travel schedule, including that visit to Somerset, Massachusetts yesterday. We've noticed he hasn't worn the mask as much recently, and he's been interacting with a lot of people along the way.
That's right, and that's why robust contact tracing will now begin. If you look at the list that the White House put out yesterday of people who he interacted with in Massachusetts, especially during that photo line during his trip to Somerset, it is an extensive list of both Massachusetts senators, a couple of House members, also various state and local officials, including the Attorney General, various state representatives, and more. So again, those calls are just beginning.
Natalie Brand live in Washington for us with the very latest. We appreciate it. Thanks. And the president was in close contact with several members of the Massachusetts congressional delegation, as Natalie mentioned yesterday. Senators Elizabeth Warren and Ed Markey got off Air Force One with him. Markey is testing now and will remain masked and socially distanced. We are waiting to hear back from Senator Warren's office. Congressman William Keating was also on the plane. His office says that he has tested negative today. And Congressman Jake Auchincloss tweeted photos of himself with the president yesterday. You see him here on Air Force One. His office says Auchincloss tested negative before the trip, has tested negative since. He is asymptomatic and will continue to test regularly.